Discover.
All right, everybody, welcome
2064
back
AD.
to 2064 Read-Only Memories. I wasn't expecting that. I was getting ready, and it was like, oh, you want to hear the backstory again? I'm like, not really, no. So let's just jump right back in, I guess. It's like, oh, you're curious? I'm like, no, I've already heard it. It's in the first episode. People can go look at it if they really want to. I wish you would stop taking me back to that one save. Okay, so this was the 24th. Okay, sweet. I was confused for a second. That's right, we just broke that snow robot and caught those guys. We're just gonna peace out. We're just gonna get out of here. Alright. We broke that, so we're just gonna go. We're just gonna leave.
Welcome to Stardust.
There's Majid. We should leave this data cache with him first, like Tomcat asked.
Alright. Okay. Majid, my boy, my buddy, my guy. I gotta leave you with something super important. Don't let it get you killed. I'll be very sad.
All right! Tomcat asked me to take that off your hands and pass it on to them later. Thanks for getting it to me.
Yeah, Majid. He's cool. I love Majid.
I won't pester you about what it is.
Thank you.
I know things are always very hush-hush with Tomcat. I'll make sure they get it later today.
It's huge. Like, they canceled school for me and the kids, but I don't have classes on Mondays, so it's kind of sad. I have classes on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Excellent. Thank you.
Majid, you okay there, buddy? Oh, I thought he was gonna say something else. It was just, that was enough. I thought he was gonna be like, no problem. Nope. This guy. Alright. Alright, nobody's here. I think I need to leave. Right? Oh, it says I still need to be here at Stardust. What was I supposed to be doing? I forgot. It's a nice car. Alright, we're gonna go back in.
Welcome to Stardust.
I totally forgot what I was supposed to be doing. I don't think Tomcat's here. Hello, dude who's doing his work at a loud-ass club.
You again? Alright, I'll let you in. But you better stay out of trouble.
He's so angry. There's my pretty girl. Caitlin, how you doing, sweetie?
Hey, I heard from my friends down the street that the protesters are gone.
Oh,
Must
that's
have been
right.
you, huh?
Yeah, I broke a robot to do it, so you're welcome.
Alright then. I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt and return the favor.
I understand she's been through some shit, but she doesn't have to be a bitch to everyone who's a regular person.
Tomcat said that if you got to an old abandoned access node, you might be able to find out what happened to Hayden.
Sweet. Thank you.
I called up a buddy who's on night shift for Parallax tonight. He can buzz you in, but if anything happens, you broke in. This puts us at about even. Don't think about drawing any more debits for a while. Good luck. Keep me out of your shit.
No promises. Who is this? Hello, broke.
I'm ashamed to say I've gone on a few Hassie Spike benders
Oh, that's
in
a
my
boy?
time.
Sorry. I thought it was a chick. Oh. Hey, Caitlin. How you doing?
This is exactly what I needed to get my mind off things.
You're welcome. Caitlin's cool. Who's this person? She's just a dancer, right? Yeah, okay. Is she important? See, I didn't cause any trouble. You're welcome. He's so focused right now. What you doing?
Give me a few minutes, okay?
Okay. Bye-bye. I'm gonna give you the rest of your life because I have no idea who you are. dog patch. Oh, we're getting closer and closer to Christmas.
This is the place Tomcat said we should head to. Unassuming and quiet.
This is where you get murdered.
I'll be honest, I don't think I would be in this section of the city without Jess giving us the all clear.
I don't know if I'd be here anyway.
The crime statistics
Even if
are
Jess is
quite
like, "It's
alarming,
fine." It's like,
so
"Oh,
let us
sure."
get done with our errand here and move on to safer ground.
Alright. Sorry, the kids keep coming in, like, asking me questions. So I'm like, hold on. Like, you know, if you're a parent, you know, anytime you sit down, that's when the kids need you. Anytime. They don't need you when you're up, they only need you when you're sitting. Don't be worried about
I
getting
can't
mugged.
help it.
Because if we're gonna get
Stealing a
mugged, it's
ROM
gonna
is
happen
considered
anyway.
petty theft, and I'd really rather not be taken by some miscreants out to pawn me for a minor amount of credits.
I will not let you be pawned, Turing.
Our hypothetical kidnapper wouldn't even be punished worse than a slap on the wrist if it were a first offense. Though, I suppose I shouldn't get too worked up about the legal system not accounting for machine sapience. I am the first.
Truth.
That I know of, anyway.
Well, there was that other one. It was a she. Even if you wanted to pick that up, it's practically scum welded to the street. Oh. Touch it. You can't pull it off the generator no matter how hard you try. Stick your hand in there. Gotta keep the generator cool, or else, you know, it'll break. Yes, I know this. Oh, there's the door.
You know, right after we found Hayden's apartment in such disarray, I started looking into graffiti and street art more thoroughly. I have
Good
never
idea.
much considered doing any of it myself, but it seems like an interesting avenue to pursue once I move beyond abstract expressionism. The simpler tags, visual shoutings of identity and existence. They exhibit a feeling I can sympathize with, but it's these larger pieces, riots of color and chaos, that really interest me.
It's so cool. He's starting to develop more of a personality.
Petty vandalism is beneath me, but there are other avenues for the practice.
Yeah, you can have people who are like, hey, you want to do art on my building? Because it's a plain old building and I need some outside art. There's a lot of really great, like, street artists who have some really beautiful, like, well thought out graffiti.
For example, did you know that Los Angeles in the mid-2030s legalized the tagging of mural-style street art on any building without requiring permission from the owner or city? It was chaos of the highest degree for a while, but now the place is truly remarkable.
Turing, you're so cute.
Perhaps I will visit once this is all done with.
Dude, we should both visit. I want to visit. That graffiti is actually the symbol of gonzo journalism.
Ah, I hadn't even noticed. Do you have much experience with gonzo journalism yourself? Reporting after or during direct participation? If you do end up writing on this experience, whatever you produce would be the very definition of it. You're too close to be objective now, and you're a key subject in this event. It doesn't seem to be your usual style, but you couldn't go another route at this point, and you're in the clear as you didn't instigate the situation.
Sweet.
I've never had much interest in the practice, but spending so much time around you has taught me to look at events in a different light, perhaps only because I can verify your personal experiences as fact. Sorry, I'm rambling again, aren't I? And we're on a schedule. I don't even want to think about this.
Turing's
What
so
if we don't
adorable.
find Hayden? What if we do? My memory processors are shot from the stress of the past day. It's already taken a toll on me. But never mind. Let's find that access node.
Oh, I know where it is. It says it's right
Let's
there.
find Hayden.
My cursor says there it is. What is that one? Oh, it's an apartment door.
The guard isn't actually here. You need to press the buzzer on the door to get access.
Fine.
Parallax Lock, AN-19 security.
Hello?
Yes, can I help you?
We're friends of Jess.
I was wondering when you'd get there. You're at the access node on Cesar Chavez in Indiana, right?
Yes.
That's right.
I'm like, I don't know.
Good.
Walk
Be
here.
quick. Don't touch anything. Got it? This conversation never happened, and you're on your own if you get caught out there. I hope you find what you're looking for.
Thank you.
This is it. Let's go inside, and I'll call Tomcat. This place doesn't look like it's had any maintenance in years.
Turn the light on.
I hope the systems are still functional.
I'm sure they're fine.
Oh, I forgot you can't see in darkness.
No,
Maybe that switch over there adjusts the lighting.
I'm a person. Okay. Real quick, we're going to save it. Because we never know what could happen. I wish it wouldn't keep asking me to put my name in that I chose. Just put it in. Just save it. This is just a black screen. I love it. Okay. Ugh. This is a mess.
Oh, Tomcat is pinging us, forwarding video and audio.
Howdy! Y'all at the access node?
Yes, looks like it.
I'm set to slice in once turn makes physical access.
There's a lot of cords to trip over.
Of course, Tomcat.
Kind of
Just walk me through how to connect myself, and I'll give you the necessary system permissions to use me as an interface.
Just patch yourself into the links terminal down there, and I should be able to get started.
Connecting wirelessly to it now. Permissions granted. Please be careful in there.
Don't worry, doll. I'm an old
It's
hand
like-
at this. You won't notice a thing.
Don't fuck up my system, okay? This thing was probably expensive, and I fucking have my own brain, so don't mess me up, yo.
One sec. Oh, shoot. Y'all have a bit more to do before I can get the info we need.
Nice.
This system's still running on old cassettes, and the recall slot is empty. Can't call up Hayden's info file without it.
What do we need to put in there?
There should be a cassette on the opposite side of the wall we can overwrite with the recall program. Pretty sure all that one was used for was phone monitoring. You know, from back when phone networks were separate from data networks.
Before it was all in our brain.
I swear, y'all, I just turned 22. Anyways, we need to move that cassette across the room to access the records. Figure out how to do that, and hit me back up when you've done it.
Node checklist. A list of things to check to make sure that everything is running okay. Good to know. Logging into link server 27 or Z77 Gamma. Welcome to Links. I'm good at this. Boom.
Nice job.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna put some
I'm
more
amazing
pressure on
at
them to
farming.
move the data now, and we'll see if we can't slurp it right out of this network trunk.
I'm a computer god.
You would have thought that someone would have noticed and decommissioned this access node when the neighborhood went to hell, but this mouse is happy to play while the cat is away.
There's a trap for idiots like me. Sorry, brought the yawn. Why is this place usable for us anyway?
Way back when I was a youngin', when I first hacked into Parallax's network, I mostly did it to make a point, yeah? They were just about to launch the MeshNet system, and I wanted to show the whole darned world that their security had more holes in it than Swiss cheese. Of course, I wasn't too shy about poking in a few more holes of my own
I
devising
mean,
while I
if
was
they're gonna
there.
let you in.
After putting in some more tricky software backdoors, I went ahead and deleted this access node off the maintenance schedule.
Hmm, sweet.
Then I reassigned the guy who was supposed to keep an eye on it to a different location. They were in the process of buying up a whole gaggle of
kind
these
of like
nodes in preparation to set up a
non-existent.
private network for
Sweet.
themselves. All just to use for the MeshNet launch. Maybe a little too confident of them. Most of the software holes have been patched out as they've upgraded their network, but this whole place is just as forgotten as I left it.
So that's why it's messy and a health hazard to walk in. Why would they move the data?
I've been targeting one of their data centers with a botnet-driven DDoS attack, hitting every port into its network that I can find. Ain't likely to do much, but toss in a few attempts to crack the firewall and their VIs are shitting bricks. It's standard procedure for them to move their sensitive data to a different data center in case the attacker actually gets in. Make enough noise and it'll scare them enough into taking some defensive action, which is where we want them.
Sweet.
The files are more vulnerable in transit.
Makes sense. Let us know when you're done.
Now y'all just hold tight. I'll be done with this lickety-split.
Why did it go so quiet? Is someone about to bust in and throw a gas canister in my face? Jesus.
Surveillance camera footage. Oh, God.
What happened? Is Hayden
Oh,
dead?
Turin. I'm so sorry.
What is it, Tomcat? What did you find?
He's gone, Turin.
They killed
Of
Hayden?
course he's gone, Tomcat. That's why we're here.
He doesn't understand.
Shit. I mean, he's gone, Turin. Hayden is dead.
Well, that obviously isn't right, Tomcat. Why would they kill him? Can you send me the relevant files? You must have missed something.
I don't think you should see it, but if you're sure. Parallax had security cam footage from the hallway outside Hayden's apartment encrypted on their network. Just a short clip. It looks like Hayden started to struggle with a couple of big dudes when they broke through the door and one of them shot him.
God. Alright, I'm gonna add a little bit of levity to this. My controller's glowing neon pink.
I also found some chatter about it on some darknet channels. It wasn't a kidnapping. Somebody went there to murder him. I'm so damn sorry.
Thank you for your assistance in this matter, Tomcat. I think I'll walk back to the apartment. I need some time to run some calculations about this new scenario. If you'll excuse me.
Should you follow them?
I don't know which one to pick. They're both very sad. All sad. Both. All three. I guess the top one?
If you say so. Yeah, I'm gonna keep digging through this data until they kick me out of the system. I'll try to find some kind of lead on why this whole thing started in the first place.
Thanks, Tomcat.
Maybe I can find something out about who killed Hayden and why Parallax has a copy of the footage. It ain't much of a silver lining, but we have the answer on Hayden's fate. Maybe it's time to call it quits.
Oh, no.
Anyway, I'll talk to you later.
I am not calling it quits. They murdered Hayden. I know, you already told me that. I saved it. Fuck.
You're back.
Hey, buddy. How are you doing, Turing? Is it Turing?
You know, Hayden was a brilliant programmer, far ahead of his time.
You seem like a nice guy, too.
I am a machine, and intrinsically, I do not have all the glands and visceral chemical reactions that make humans so emotional and brilliant. But his code is a flawless replication of that, inside my own personality algorithms. I don't think I've ever felt this anger. It fouls my processors and fills my RAM with frustrating, half-finished plans of revenge.
He's going through the stages of grief.
My motherboard burns in my casing from how little I can rest. I'm in pain, and I can't make it go away! Ugh. I do not like the thoughts I'm having about the people who did this to him.
Can you turn them off?
I could. I can disable those modules. But if I turn off every emotion I don't want to feel, what does that make me? Would I still be me? If I were human, turning off my emotions would be seen as extremely unhealthy.
Mm-hmm.
There is a wealth of information on the meshnet about human psychology. I just don't know how much of it applies to myself.
I think that Hayden made you to be the closest thing to a human being as a robot could be.
Either way,
so it's healthy
Hayden
to feel
deserves
those
my
emotions.
grief. It is my way of honoring him. It may be the only way I can. I offer it freely. Did you see the jade plant? Its death is unfortunate, but fitting. Yet another thing to be guilty for. Will you keep helping me? I need you. To find the bastards who killed my progenitor. I need to finish this. I don't know what I'll do afterwards, but I need to see this through.
We'll bring them to justice, we'll make them pay, we'll find them and the truth. We'll bring them to justice.
Justice. Yes, good. I knew you'd keep me from losing myself in this. Let's make sure they have the appropriate time to atone for their crimes in prison. Even if it takes the rest of their lives. think for now we should keep knowledge of Hayden's death between you, Tomcat, and I.
Smart.
It may give us an edge if the people we seek don't know how much we've already discovered. We'll talk after you've had some time to rest. You likely need sleep, and I need some time to... I need some time.
And see, Hayden, our character, had been friends at some point before, like a long time ago. So, I imagine, and then like Turing, who we've become attached to, is in pain. So we're very, upset too, I imagine. God. That is not the outcome I wanted.
Good morning.
Nor expected.
I trust you slept well.
Sure, how about you?
I had ample time to recharge my internal batteries.
That's not what I meant.
It is upsetting that Hayden is... gone. But life for the rest of us goes on, yes?
He's trying to
We
be very
still have a
positive
mystery
about
to
it, even though
unravel,
he's upset.
and I will waste no further processing time over something I cannot reverse. There is no
It is
point.
kind of right though, because he knows he needs to move forward and he can grieve later if he needs to grieve more. So he's trying to push forward even though he's upset.
Now that we are both refreshed, I feel it wouldn't hurt to recap our progress and determine if any changes should be made based on our successes and failures. Let's talk about how things are going so far.
Bad. But we can do this.
Since your journalistic efforts are a big part of why I originally recruited you, we can start there. Your inquiring mind has been a huge boost in our journey thus far. As a ROM, I can't talk to people as intently as you, so I must say I'm quite grateful for your skills in that regard. You're diligent in your day-to-day work as well, which further grounds my hope in you.
I love you, Turing. You're a sweetheart.
Beyond journalistic persistence, let's take a look at how we've performed in other responsibilities, specifically our choices in overcoming obstacles. Our first major hurdle proved challenging, but we made use of our surroundings and found a creative avenue. Furthermore, I am pleased with your utilization of non-violent methods. Eliminating any excessive risk should allow us to move swiftly.
I wonder if that's going to have an effect on the game, on the ending. Whether I was violent or not.
Finally, I was quite impressed by your ability to adapt on the fly, as they say, and perform so well when thrust into a sudden situation. Lastly, I'd like to discuss how we're getting along with our companions and allies along the way. It's important. While involving the authorities did get us the data cache back, I can't imagine those boys think very highly of us. Jess is a bit of a harder read, but she did agree to help us out in a big way. As long as her brash nature doesn't tempt you to lash out, I think things will go smoothly.
Yeah, you kind of have to just take it at, like...
Detective Rivers was good to involve as well, and I can tell you enjoy having a familiar face around.
Yes. Because she's my sister's ex.
She could prove to be our greatest aid, as long as we make it worth her time. No funny business. Tomcat seems to genuinely care for our cause, and I have no trouble with letting their expertise guide us. Out of everyone else, they seem to be easiest to get along with, too. And finally, you and I. I must say, we have worked together better than I ever expected. I hope you feel the same.
Of course I do, Turing.
I feel confident in our combined ability,
So cute.
and I enjoy your company as well. Please, continue showing me around the city as we continue our search. Unfortunately, we've just about run out of leads.
We'll find more.
Perhaps Tomcat was able to find something of use in Parallax's network while they were
I have to save
inside.
my game though, Terry. Making it very hard to quit. I'm sure they did.
I hope so, but I feel a little bad for relying on them as much as we do.
You should never feel bad for relying on your friends.
Always
Especially during
going
hard
so
times.
far for Hayden.
And if they make
They
you
must
feel
have
bad,
been
then they're not
close.
your friends.
Oh, speaking of them, incoming call from Tomcat. Forwarding video and audio.
Morning. Turin, how you been doing, hon?
I'm fine, Tomcat. Thank you for your concern.
Well, okay. Just say the word if I can help out in any way. You hear?
Of course. In fact, I was hoping you might have a lead for us to start working at. Otherwise, we're down to canvassing Hayden's address book and seeing if any of his contacts have an idea about who might have had a desire to target him. But that's just fishing in the dark.
Well, I pulled a fair amount of data from the Parallax servers before they managed to kick me out, but it'll take me a while to go through it. A lot of it's unrelated. TPS reports, maintenance logs, juicy meat for other corporations, but about as useful as dirt to us. It'll take me a while to decrypt all of Hayden's files, but maybe we'll find something there. So, no, I don't have as much as a whiff of a trail on who's behind this.
She still feels bad for having to be the bearer of bad news and then having nothing afterwards. She's like, I'm sorry.
So, I
But
recently got a
Tomcat's cool.
strange request from a friend of a friend.
Tomcat's awesome.
Someone's been messing with the articles of a news organization named Augmented Eye. It seems like the network security head there is asking around for cybercrackers to help figure out how their reports are getting changed. The original files on their servers are untouched. In their system, everything looks peachy keen. But when you view the site from the outside of the network, things are changed up. A word here, phrase there. It's subtle, but often has a big impact on the article's tone. Someone with deep access to Parallax's meshnet is changing what's being shown. I ain't sure if it's related, but maybe y'all can head down to the main KCOB offices and try talking to the gal that runs Augmented Eye. Her name is Zen.
Zen. Ooh, another
I ain't got the
new
time
character.
or the desire to stick my nose that far out for a stranger, but it seems like your kind of deal.
It does seem to be a bit of a stretch.
Might as well go anyway.
But if we have to wait for you to work on the data we've collected anyway...
Might as well. We'd be happy to look into it.
All right. I'll pass the word along that you'll be in sometime today to stick your noses in. And I'll send y'all word as soon as I get anything worth hunting down.
Excellent. Thank you, Tomcat. We are grateful for your continued assistance.
No problem, Turin. Are you sure you're gonna be okay? Maybe you should take a little more time. You've been through some shit in the past few days.
I said I was fine. Thank you for your concern, but I am fine. I have already handled the reality of Hayden's death. It's time to move on with the investigation.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to step on you. I'm just worried. So, I'm here if you need anything.
Understood. I apologize for my tone, Tomcat. We'll be in touch.
All right. Later,
Being
Turin.
snippy, that means he's still dealing with it.
Okay, we have a lead, however tenuous. I've highlighted the COS-IO Corp office building on your map. Also, while we were talking to Tomcat, I received an email from Dr. Fairlight. Displaying.
Greetings. I hope you'll forgive me for a voice-only message, but I'm undergoing my treatment.
Fairlight.
Would not call myself presentable for a video call. Still, I wanted to inform you of an idea I had while looking into our mutual acquaintance's disappearance. I haven't had any luck with my contacts inside Parallax, but I was reminded of an old friend by the name of Melody Flores, who may know more about the nature of Hayden's research. She's the owner of Flores Cybernetics, and Hayden has been known to work closely with them on projects involving the intersection of Parallax's systems and the implants that Flower designed. Melody and I are no longer on speaking terms, so I'm afraid I can't introduce you. But perhaps the intrigue of Hayden's little robot will get you entry into her home. I hope this lead serves you well. If you need anything else from me, I will be in and out of the hospital room where we met for the next few days. I will send word if I have any other insights or discoveries. Yours, Dr. Yannick Fairlight.
Interesting. I had no knowledge of Hayden ever working with Flower Cybernetics, but now I'm starting to understand just how little I really knew about his research. Maybe this melody can reveal more about the purposes of my construction.
Yes.
Hayden must have kept my development secret for a reason. Hopefully we can talk our way in.
You're not like other ROMs. You're
I
more
have
intelligent.
highlighted
You're more
Melody's
of a person.
home on your map.
Thank you.
Okay, we can now either follow Tomcat's lead to KCOB, or Fairlight's lead to Melody's home.
Well, we did tell Tomcat we were going to
Up to you, where to go first.
But we didn't tell Fairlight that we were going to do
Tomcat's
his thing.
led us in the right direction so far, but Fairlight has resources and his tip might end up being more relevant.
I'm going with Tomcat's lead.
It depends on what you want our focus to be on in terms of tracking Hayden's trail. Should we follow the media or the tech? It's fitting. They're the two factors that make Neo-SF so unique and wonderful.
And dangerous.
If we explore them both to the fullest, there's no way we won't be closer to the answer.
Okay. I love this game, but sometimes like it gets to a point where I'm like, I need to save, and then they just keep like talking, and I'm like, I need to save. And they're like, nah, too bad. I'm like, I need to save. Alright, that is gonna be it for today, everybody. But I love this game a lot. I'm very excited to play more of it for you. I hope that you guys enjoyed it, because I know that I did. Yeah, oh my god, it's February already, and guess what? My birthday is in 5 days. What? I'm gonna be 30. It's awesome. So, I love you guys very much. Thank you for coming in and watching me play this amazing cyberpunk-inspired game, and I hope I'll see you again